Okay, because it's Chinese New Year right now, we're going to do a different type of content. We're going to do a township review. And today we are at the pinnacle of all townships in Malaysia, Desa ParkCity. Let's go. Okay, after spinning a few rounds, we are finally get a car park, and now we're going to walk inside the commercial area called the waterfront at ParkCity. Now, as I mentioned just now, the place over here enjoys a lot of amenities, right? And you can see many residents over here actually have their pets in their cars. It's like you're in a different country, like you're in the US, right? Because in Malaysia, it's not really the easiest or the most convenient place for you to actually have a pet, right? But in Desa ParkCity itself is a complete dynamic change because here, pet-friendly taman lah. So obviously we are here today in a Chinese New Year timing lah, and of course that's the reason why I'm dressed in a Chinese New Year outfit today as well. But essentially we are at the commercial area of waterfront right now lah. We had a couple of rounds getting the car park over here, and finally we got one. So let's just quickly check this place out, right? Because there's a lot of good food over here. Commercial area over here is so established. They even have a mini Aeon supermarket over here lah. Now let's go check this place out, because I believe the prices over here are going to be slightly adjusted to the pricier end, because they know the people that is residing over here can afford premium products lah. So let's see. Strawberries, 10.90. Not too expensive. Blueberries, typically outside in the market, sometimes you can get for 5 ringgit. This one goes for 7.88. Still affordable, but maybe a bit of a 40% hike, right? But okay lah, maybe people here can afford it. So imagine how convenient it is, right? If you're staying in Desa ParkCity, you can just come down over here and get quality groceries every single day. Just imagine yourself, you want to eat steak today, you come down here and buy beef. If you want to have fresh produce, you can definitely get them at the fresh produce section over here. Not every single Aeon has this type of luxury seafood. You can see they're selling lobsters over here, and they're selling these big prawns over here that are massive. Look at that, that's the size of my head almost. And it's only because it's in Desa ParkCity where they know there is an upscale market for products as such, right? Will they only bring in these SKUs into this place lah? So, Desa Park people, you guys know how to enjoy life. Everything is like having a fresh kitchen every single day if you stay over here at Desa Park. So as I mentioned, this is the first ever development, right, that the township is integrated in a way whereby it's a pet-friendly environment. Because in Malaysia, to have a dog, to have a pet, to bring them out in the park like this is not so convenient. But Desa Park is one of the only ones that integrated this at a very early phase, and that's the reason why a lot of people actually like bringing their pets over here for a walk, as you can see over here. Now, to give you guys a bit more context, right, this particular development, Desa ParkCity, initially was a place of a quarry mining area. So basically this place was like a bit of an unwanted land in Kepong. But the developer over here had a plan, had a vision to actually revitalize and actually make this a township on their own. And 20 years down the road, you see what is Malaysia's best township itself. Now, Desa ParkCity has been one of the hallmark piece. Everybody wants to emulate the Desa ParkCity environment, right? As what you can see right now, the other developments in Sime Darby, Elmina, or the Sun Suryas are trying to emulate what they have done over here. But can they do so? We are not too certain yet lah. But we'll go and check those developments out as well, just to kind of give you an understanding of what they are today. But looking at Desa ParkCity itself, after walking this place for about close to 2 hours, right, I can tell you one thing. This place, traffic gets rather hectic, but this place gives you that vibe that you are in a different country. It's like you forget that you're in Malaysia because everybody over here just so friendly, and because it's a pet-friendly environment, you get to see a lot of people bringing their pets out over here, and they're rather friendlier. I don't know, people smile here more often, I guess, because of the greeneries that you get, right? So I personally find that this particular location, Desa Park, wow, I mean, how we wish 20 years ago we were one of the buyers over here, right? Because back in the days, the landed properties around here is about 400 to 500,000. And today, for you to get that same property, is already about 2.6 to 2 million-ish, you know, guys. Can you imagine the returns on investment for the property owners that are here? Just now you also noticed that we have went through the entire development of Desa Park, basically driving across most of the developments already, and now I'm actually walking at the park over here, just kind of enjoying the breeze. I know it's 4 p.m, it's rather hot, but it's actually not too bad because the entire place is full of very big trees lah. So it's quite nice, quite breezy, and there's not much people today because it's a Thursday, right? Long story short, this development started off with majority landed properties, and back then in the early 2000s, nobody wanted to stay in this area because it's like in a part of Kepong that is not so nice. And as I mentioned, this was previously a quarry land, right? So they actually mine for like rocks lah, soils or whatnot over here. But the developer had a master plan in mind, and I'm so happy that they didn't pivot, they didn't change anything about their plan over here, but they actually went with it. And 20 years down the road, right, we have this beautiful place right now that I believe is what every developer is trying to mimic after from a township development point of view lah. Because if you look at the commercial area, you look at the residential area from landed to high-rise, all done in a way whereby it's so integratable, it's just so gels so well together. Especially when you need to remember, this development started off with, so the development actually started off with the landed properties to begin with, right? Very low dense, and then they were selling for rather affordable price back then, right? And then because obviously the land over here is getting a bit more scarce, then they decided to go with the high-rise building right now, which you can see the developments ongoing as well. And the most recent one that got VP was in 2023, which is Park Region. We have reviewed that before, go check our video out. And that particular development is also completely sold out one lah. Irregardless of what development is launched in Desa ParkCity, right, there's always going to be queue one. Okay, it's not like other developments out there where they need sales agents to promote the hell out of it. This one over here, people actually 排队 to buy. So basically, they get their checkbook ready already. They queue up at the sales gallery and they go and pay the booking on themselves. No agent required. This park is a different class on its own. So now, knowing that all the landed properties has already had such high take-up rate on the rental and the sub-sales market, right? All the upcoming developments, all condos already. And I was also told that even up there in the higher lands of Desa Park area, right, because there's a bit of a hilly area over there, those ones you can still buy the land. I'm not sure if it's directly with the developer or is it directly with landowners already. But those are insane. You need to buy the plot of land on your own and actually do the development on yourself lah. That one you can go crazy and you can design however you like. So for the architects out there or the people that has abundance of cash or wealth, right, that might be for you. Okay, as we're doing the drone shot, as Limon is doing the drone shot, I just want to point out that this particular location in terms of accessibility is also very convenient because it enjoys the LDP, the MRR2 and Duke Highway in close proximity. The only downside is that this particular area doesn't really have any sort of like direct public transport connectivity, but there's also the government's bus stations over here. So basically for the people that needs to commute with public transport, you can go with that lah. But in terms of driving and accessibility to get to this compound, super convenient. I just want to show you guys a sneak peek behind how this garden actually looks like lah. It's like a goddamn bloody forest reserve to the extent. It is beautiful, guys. Just look at it. Wow. Insane, man. Beautiful. You really forget. See how this place is just so friendly to people that commute by bike or scooter and whatnot, right? Hi! Oh my gosh! Hello! Oh my gosh! Look at that. Wow, how many puppies do you have? 5! Oh wow! Oh, lovely, how lovely. That's the beauty of Desa ParkCity. guys. Okay, so we just finished up viewing most of the residents over here and also the waterfront at Park City lah. So now we are going to the other side of the commercial compound, which is actually Plaza Aradia. The rental over there for the ground floor units can go all the way to 30,000 ringgit. And also check out the international school by Park City, now at the commercial area of Plaza Aradia. Now this one is on the outskirts or outside of somewhat on the fringe of Desa Park towards the hospital and the international school. So you can see a lot of people are coming back out from the international school back to home. But Plaza Aradia over here, we'll just do a quick walkabout. I mean, you guys can come here, it's open to the public, not only for Desa Park people. But essentially, this place has a lot of things going on. Predominantly, if I'm not mistaken, is where a lot of the commercial for facial aesthetic things are here. And I want to point out over there, right, you see those big buildings upstairs, those bungalow lots? Now, these are the properties that actually you buy the plot of land empty, then you go and build whatever design you want. As you can see over here, wow, beautiful. I love it. I mean, if you have money and you have like something that inspired you for a design, then this is an area you can go and look about lah. And left hand side, as I mentioned again, this is actually Plaza Aradia, which has all the commercial areas such as your village grocer, aesthetic clinics, CU, Mama, and a lot of hot pot in your area lah. This is the very mahal punya hospital area, and this is also the main entrance of the hospital. Also, the international school will be next to it lah, both also on the left and right hand side. Here, International School of Park City. There's a connective bridge to the other side of the campus. Also connected to Plaza Aradia, which I think maybe the parents will just wait for the children over there lah. This is the one that I mentioned just now, right? This is the very atas one. You buy your own land and build on your own. So you have Kasaman, Davina, Mansions, and the Richwood lah. Park City Heights. Whew. Now look at this one, the mansion. Whew. Whoever staying over here will go winner for Fabric World. Wow. Now this is Richwood. Okay, obviously cannot go inside, as I mentioned just now, because we miskin. So we miskin, turun bawah. Look at the right hand side, got the mansion, Desa Park punya sky view. Oh, look at this. All this one also, buy your own plot of land and build your own. Look at this driveway, private road to your units. Can I go inside? I want to try leh. Let's go lah, let's go. Speed limit 15. Look at that. Wow, this driveway really for the atas lah. Resident visitor. Wow, she asked me to ciao. Nice. To give you context, right, Desa Park City, the township really started off with the residential, then the high-rise buildings. Then only it come out with the international school, which was launched in 2011, and then the hospital in 2012. So the latest addition to make this township really full-fledged, right, was actually Plaza Aradia over here, which was, if not mistaken, in 2016 lah. So this entire development over here now is considered to be very matured as of today, because it has everything. It has your residential component, it has your education component, also the hospital, the medical component involved already lah. So essentially this is a very complete township within a very busy part of KL or Kepong area lah. Okay, so now we are Desa Park South Lake Residence. Now this one over here is only 291 terrace houses, fully landed, and it was actually launched and built in 2006 lah. So one of the earlier developments in the entire township of Desa Park City itself. And these are all terrace houses that has been done up very nicely. And according to the structure design over here, right, I believe these are all individual titles because they are able to actually design in their own different language lah. But I want to just show you around this area, because in South Lake terrace houses, right, there's also a little playground area. Now this is rather strange because you already have Desa Park, which is a park on its own, and there's also a very big playground area and whatnot. But this one is actually within the development itself. So this is more of a private area for the South Lake residents only lah. And you see, this place is so communal, right? You can even see people riding their bicycles. Hello, see? Such a nice neighborhood, can't you tell? Lovely, how lovely. Okay, there's also a story that I heard, not sure it's true or not, right? This developer is actually a Sabah or Sarawakian guy, right? And when he made this development over here, he occasionally come here with a 4x4 truck, and he was the one that actually selected all these big trees over here, and he even single-handedly took the fire water or fire hydrant to go and spray water for these plants during days that are hot like today, right, where there's no rain. So he was actually very hands-on, very involved in this masterpiece over here that we see today lah. Okay, this park region over here completed in the year 2023, and this is one of the latest addition to the entire Desa Park Township over here. And this one over here consists about 590 over units, only very low dense and very beautiful. We have reviewed this place before. Check out our video in the past, it was one of the first few condos that we reviewed lah. So this place is also by our very good friend over here, Ivan. Say hi to him. He's obviously in or not in, I don't know. But essentially, it's a very nice development, a hallmark piece in Desa Park. Now we are at Zernia. Now Zernia is also a very low dense development which consists of both landed and high-rise. Collectively, there's only 200 units over here. Very nice entryway of design. I love the black color finishing over here. That also kind of highlights the name of the development itself lah. So you can see this particular one also has a very nice entryway. When you go in there, there's a water feature, and also because it's Chinese New Year, right, and that's the reason why I'm wearing red, you can see a little bit of that theme around the development itself. Okay, the beauty about Xenia is that it's also very accessible into the waterfront commercial area lah. So basically later we'll go inside there. There's a market over there, and there's a lot of eateries over here with the beautiful lake in the middle lah. So that's the actual highlight of this particular development, the Desa ParkCity, or the lake over there lah. Okay, one of the beauty things over here, because this is an integrated development as well, you can see that actually public transport such as the bus station will bring you all the way to the MRT station that is not too far away from here lah. So a lot of people can actually, that resides over here, can actually just stop over here, and then instantaneously they can drop off and then walk to their house lah. Because this is a very walkable location, I think one of the most walkable townships in Malaysia itself. We are now at the Desa Park Central Park area. Basically, you can see kids over here enjoying your beautiful ice cream and riding their bicycles. How nice. And of course, because right now it's Chinese New Year time, right, you're going to see obviously Chinese lanterns around the entire development, which is also quite thematic, quite nice. And that's the commercial area where you can actually eat a lot of food lah. This is Adora. Now this one is one of the lowest density houses that you can get over here, and this one kind of looks like a townhouse kind of concept lah. With only 92 units, I think this is the lowest dense development in Desa Park itself. This is Le Venue. Now this one is actually a rather low dense also, and this is the more luxury or more upscale product over here because there are 70 units lah. So there's only 252 units over here, and I gotta say that the design from the outside looks to be rather decent, but this is a rather dated landed property lah, all the way back in 2006. So that's it. So this is one central park, also developed in the year 2016. This is also considered to be one of the first few high-rise building in Desa Park itself lah. So obviously this is also very nicely done up. As you can see over here, the entire landscaping in the entire development of Desa Park itself is phenomenal. Like, I think every developer should come here to check this place out for their landscaping work lah. Beautiful. Okay, this concludes our Desa ParkCity Township tour lah, or Township review, whatever you call it. But essentially, Desa Park is not stopping over here, guys. Look at the development right behind me over here. This is Nora, which has already been obviously sold out. As I mentioned earlier, everybody over here berato to go and buy this development. As you can see, there is still some sort of empty lands around Desa ParkCity itself. You're going to see more developments coming up, and of course the prices are going to be at premium lah, knowing that this space is getting a little bit more scarce in land, and also since there's the demand is so high over here, both primary and secondary. Now I gotta say, Desa Park, you guys are doing a brilliant job of maintaining the place. The location is beautiful. I think this is the pinnacle, the definition of township in Malaysia. So I would like for you all to also stay tuned for the next video, because in the next one we're doing another township, and guess which it is? Not too far from here, about 30 to 40 minutes. And that's pretty much it for this video. Stay tuned for the next one. And if you like contents like such, make sure to follow and subscribe, like and share with your friends and family lah. And if anything that I say in Desa Park wasn't correct, feel free to, as always, leave a comment down below so that you can bash me. Bye bye.